And I just started the live. There it is. The live show. All right, hey, we got Hendrix. What's up? I wanted to start early if I could, so people aren't waiting so long. But I also wanted to wait long enough to get some people here to make this announcement. I mean, you can always go back and listen to it, I guess. And I also got to try to keep my computer cool. SL Snitzel, hey, what's up? I'm showing two people. I'm guessing that's you two. All right, so this is crazy. I just did a video. I don't know if you guys Still Earth Journey. Hello. I just did a video about the iPet goat thing again, and YouTube just totally demolished, smashed up, chopped up that video. It's 35 minutes long. The first 9.5 minutes is all chopped up. Can't hear hardly anything. I even said a prayer, and I was like, "Dear Lord Jesus," and then you can't hear nothing all the way until "In Your Precious Name, Amen." It's like the whole prayer is just gone. And then when I was showing images of everything, it was all blurry and you couldn't see anything. But you could hear me at least. So finally, after that, but it's like the whole video just can't see nothing. It's like, wow, they just totally demolished it. So I wanted to talk about that because I got a feeling when people watch that, they're going to say, oh my gosh, I put on the thing, skip to 9 minutes and 30 seconds because otherwise it's just nothing. It's just a bunch of nothing. And people are going to say, and leave, and they're not going to hear the message. That's why I wanted to make sure that the message got out, especially since something could happen tomorrow. I'm not saying it is, but I just want to throw a possible prediction out. It could be anywhere from tomorrow to the end of April, or it might not even happen at all. I don't know. But with everything that's been going on with the Notre Dame Cathedral and the iPet goat, it's just crazy. Let me switch to live chat. There we go. All right. So I'm showing two people, but I don't want to. I guess it doesn't matter. I can go ahead and say it, and then continue saying it over again. I guess as people come, but at least I'm showing two people. Hold on. I don't want to. I'm going over here. Hold on. There. Just to see what it says over here, and then I'm going to switch it. Now it shows 8 watching. All right, so we got 8 people out there. Oh, and let me know if you can hear me, and let me know if you can see everything, and if you can see it clearly. Gotta make sure everything is working. I don't know. Strange things have been happening. Good, we're getting some people here now. Good. All right, I'm just going to go into it right now, if I can. And I'm going to put my phone set up for chat. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Finally, it's coming. The chat's coming through now. Sound of video, good. I'm worried because the video I just did was all chopped up. Okay, good. All right, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Again, to Hendrix, welcome. Still Earth Journey, 3L Snitzel, Shouting Peasant, Raymond Bennett, Cheryl G, Philly Josh. Thank you for coming. And I just wanted to say some things about what I learned today that maybe has something going on. So I did this video. Does iPet Goat predict fire at the Louvre Pyramid in the Louvre Museum? And I'll explain it. Got this on mute over here. We don't need that. I'll do all the talking because let me know and let me know if any time during this live stream, if suddenly you can't hear me or if suddenly you can't see what's going on, if it gets blurry. Hello, Red 49 Chevy. That's a poetic message. All right, so here's okay. So I did this video, and it was 35 minutes long, and the first 9.5 minutes is all chopped up. It's terrible, so that's why I put in here. Skip to 9 minutes and 30 seconds. I was trying to get an image of uh, Jesus in the fire at the Notre Dame Cathedral. Have you guys seen that? I'll show you that if I can, if it lets me. Hello, Robin. And God bless everyone here, too. Let's see. Come on. Work, please. And everybody, please like and definitely push the notification bell because there's a lot of people that said that they don't get my notifications. And I think YouTube has a big part in that. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but let's try. I had just all kinds of problems trying to get this thing to work. And then I said a prayer. And when I said the prayer, I was like, "Dear Lord Jesus," and then it goes out. The audio goes out, and you miss the whole entire prayer. And then at the end, it's "In your precious name, amen." So it was like the whole prayer was deleted out or muted out. All right, so last time this happened, it just kept doing this. It kept loading forever. So if it keeps doing that, we're just going to move on and skip it, and I'll just tell you about it. But there was a woman who spotted an image of Jesus in a photo of the Notre Dame Cathedral burning. And if you guys saw it, that's great. It looks like, I wouldn't say it's Jesus, but it looks like a man in a robe. It looks white. And, I said, well, it doesn't necessarily have to be Jesus. It could be maybe the Antichrist or something like that. Yeah, this thing's already taking forever to load. It's unbelievable. But, and I have to keep, I believe it or not, my computer's been overheating a lot lately, right? So I was looking for a fan, like one of those mini fans to put behind there to maybe keep it cool. But I couldn't find one at Walmart. They were all bigger ones. Anyway, so now I got a rag with ice to cool down my computer while I'm doing this. Isn't that terrible? Because it keeps overheating. And it's like when I'm filming, the sun does it. And when I have YouTube on. Nothing else. If I don't have YouTube on and I'm looking, whatever else I'm looking at, everything works perfectly fine. And it doesn't overheat, but then YouTube does. All right, so what is going on here? I don't want to see the video. I want to see that picture. Oh, it's doing it already. It's doing it already. Here's what happens. It'll get too hot or something. And then when I try to scroll, it zooms in instead of scrolling down. And then I can't do nothing. And it's just stupid. And then I don't get nowhere. Welcome, Thomas K. Welcome, Tiffany, daughter of the Most High. Red 49 Chevy is trying to get to 1,000 subs. Oh wait, you say trying to get 1,000 subs to live stream. Please sub and join and pass it on. Are you talking about for you? You're doing a live stream and you're trying to get to 1,000 subs, or you're trying to get 1,000 subs to a live stream, or 1,000 subs to my stream right now? Gosh, I don't know. This people are going to be like, "What's going on? This guy can't get his crap together." Well, it's not me. It's whatever's going on here. Now I got to try to cool the computer. I don't know. Sometimes I really think that they're doing it and making the computer too hot, so I can't do the. All right, yeah, a new YouTube guidelines, yeah, hours, okay. All right, so Red 49 Chevy wants people to check out his channel and sub to his channel. I can definitely do that for you, Red. All right, I should have cooled it down enough now, I would think. Sorry. All right, let me show that. Go ahead and do it. Come on. Jeez. I don't know what it is. It's like they don't want me to show stuff. At least can you see it clearly? Even if I can't get it to actually work properly. Unbelievable. All right, before anything happens, I'm just going to let you know what the possible prediction is. All right, from iPet Goat, if you watch the cathedral in the background, it crumbles to the ground. Maybe they want you to see this how to pay off your house. Stupid. So if you watched iPet Goat, the end part where this Jesus figure, which could be the Antichrist represented in there, is floating down this, I don't know if it's a river, it's a water, and he gets out of this tunnel, and he's turned, his back is away from the cathedral, it's in the background. He has a crown of thorns on his head, and immediately the crown of thorns disappears, and immediately the cathedral in the background, the church in the background crumbles, and the spire, falls too. Meanwhile, in his eyes is fire, and he has an eye, an all-seeing eye in the middle, like the third eye, and light rays or something going up to a triangle or a pyramid. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, definitely check out. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know. I can't endorse you yet, and I don't know what your channel's about, but uh, yeah, at least people check them out. And what's your channel about? It's got to be good if you're saying God bless you and blessings. Inspires a piece of crown of thorns embedded. Yes, exactly, and that's what I was just getting at. 3L Schnitzel. The crown of thorns was in. I heard it was in the spire. Maybe it was just in the cathedral, and then they got it out. They were handing off artifacts and treasures out of the fire as fast as they could, and now they took that. This is what's really crazy. They took the crown of thorns and took it somewhere else, and I'm going to get to that. But in the iPet Goat video, the crown of thorns disappears, and then the cathedral crumbles immediately after. So they took it to the Louvre Museum, and that's where this next part comes in. So the iPet Goat, yes, okay, awesome. Yes, I'll give you a plug then. I believe that God is the Father, Jesus is the Son, and the Holy Spirit, Trinity. I believe that too. Okay, awesome. So, in the after the cathedral crumbles in the background, it moves to another scene, and this is all that's left of the video too, and then it ends. There's a sun in the background, and it's white too, Sun Simulator, and then there's weird rings around it. But in the background, you can see three pyramids, and the three pyramids, I thought represented the pyramids of Giza, but maybe it doesn't. And there's a fireball that hits one of the pyramids, and it crumbles to the ground, and then it like has a chain reaction into the next pyramid, and that crumbles to the ground, and then the small third pyramid also crumbles to the ground, and then that's it. At least I think that's it. There might be some more in there that I didn't see that maybe others could see. Yeah, and usually, Red, that's a good comment there. I usually don't mess with Nostradamus or iPet Go at third. I believe that's probably from the devil, and so I don't really do it. But it is important that we know that there is something going on, and I believe that they're given these clues and hidden messages all the time in this stuff. So the mosque. Now the mosque, is this thing ever going to work? The mosque, to me, looked like it was when they were out in space. I don't think they were on Earth. They were in space. I can't get this thing to work. It's amazing how stupid that is. All right. Well, let's forget about the thing. Let me see if I go back. I don't know. And hopefully, you guys can still hear me and everything. They've been really messing with my videos lately. And I had that big video that went viral, wound up with like 80,000 views for the Notre Dame Nostradamus thing. I'd like to show you this though, because it was funny. I was trying to show the image in the last video, and I'm thinking, oh, there it is. And I'm trying to show you, and it was all blurry. You couldn't see nothing. I think we're meant to know some of this stuff. They used the piggyback Dyson Knight, the bell ringer, the hunchback of Notre Dame. David Ware, welcome. All right, let's see if I can get this image here now. See, this is the other image, and it's a little bit different than the other image. This one also looks like a figure, but it doesn't necessarily have to be Jesus. But if you notice, I don't think anybody else has noticed this, but I did. If you notice, wow, I just noticed something else too. To the right of the head of this figure, there's like a demon figure, a demon face right there. Can you guys see that? And now if you look to the left of the circle, it looks like a lion's face. Do you guys see this? Red Chevy 49, thank you, and God bless you. Do you guys see this? I want to know if you guys can see what I'm seeing, because maybe this is something, but everyone was like, "Oh, it's Jesus," and it's a good sign, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Do you guys see the big demon face to the right? Actually, it looks like there's another face down the middle part to the right. Jeez. And then the lion face. Do you see the lion face? Knights Templar. Yeah, I was reading about the Knights Templar thing. That sounds interesting. Hold on, I gotta go back. I missed some comments here. Sorry. Mosque was the sacred place of the Knights Templars during their reign in Jerusalem, burned at the same time as Notre Dame. Oh, the first time Notre Dame burned, what was that in? No, that was the London fire. There was, I don't know. Please comment too on that. I'm going to get back to this. Thorns were in the arrow, the spire, and are destroyed. The people of the cathedral trying to perpetrate a fraud, setting people up to believe in these false miracles. But yeah, so we have to be careful. We can't. It says in the Bible that we are supposed to be careful not to be deceived. And all these, I hate to say it, the Catholic religion and the Roman Catholic religion. I don't want to offend anybody, but I don't. That's not the. It's the Antichrist religion, I think. When the Knights Templar ruined Jerusalem, they were stationed in a mosque that burned down. After Jerusalem, they came to France and built Notre Dame. The Templars built Notre Dame, and now both places got burned. Top pick. Sorry if my likes don't show up in your videos. Tell us, listen, all my likes have been going away. I've heard that a lot too. Tiffany, and welcome, and thanks for coming. that people's likes are not they'll be there and then they'll disappear. Or some people saying that they can't even get the likes to work at all. Wow, it's terrible. Under circle left is Momo. Circle left. I see another face there too. Good. Do you guys see the other faces? What I want to know. I got to go back and get caught up with these really fast. April 19th, important day for them. Exactly. That's another thing I was just going to get into too. And that's why I want to get this out as fast as possible, because April 19th is tomorrow. Someone saw something at Lake Superior. They are holy places. The Catholic. Right. Okay. Right. The important thing, religion and churches aren't absolutely necessary. I go to church, and I go to church for the fellowship and for the praise. I really feel the presence of the Holy Spirit when I'm at church, but that doesn't mean we have to go to church, because not all churches are teaching the right things. Number one, Matt Man, welcome, and Silly McChilly, welcome. Sorry. Okay, so tomorrow is, and I wanted to show you that too. Did you guys see this though? I want you guys to opinion on this. You see the figure, and then you see the demon face, and then there's a lion face over here, and then over to the left down here is there's another weird face. What's Momo? I don't know. That's weird. I didn't see that before when I was looking. I saw the demon over to the right side. I didn't see the lion's face. But now, if this stupid thing would work, I gotta keep reminding me to cool off my computer. And welcome, Amanda. There you are. Okay. Huge holiday. Yeah, I believe that. It's weird though, because they give us all these clues and weird hidden messages, and then we don't see it until after it's already happened. You don't see the lion. It was to the left side. I'm gonna go back to the original one if it lets me. Oh, it's still hot. I gotta get another ice cube. Crazy. I know it sounds silly, but I'm trying to keep this computer cool, because now it's like overheating all the time, and it's only on YouTube, or if I'm filming the sun. All right. Yeah. M Celeste, welcome, and Shouting Pheasant, welcome. M Celeste. The UV levels are very. I've been checking the UV. I didn't check it today because it's just totally overcast. It was only supposed to be 2, but it's been like forecasting like 4s, and it's always 9 or 10. It's way above what it should be. So be careful out there. Right, Tiffany, I seen that, and they were talking about that too. There's a certain name for it where you see faces in that. Intel chip. I have a Microsoft Surface. Right here. Now we're showing this. I want the picture, not the video. Can I go down? Nice. So there we go. A little bit more. Come on. All right. Now here's where the demon face is to me more, and the Jesus figure, I guess, would be there more too. All right. Now in this picture here, look right above the head. Doesn't it look like a demon with a smile, a big evil smile, and like maybe a bunch of teeth? Does anybody see that? How the hotter? No, it's them messing with me. I know it is. It has to be. Either that or just my computer's failing on me. But why would it only fail on YouTube and not any other site? All right, good. I'm glad, because I never heard anybody saying anything that they saw anything else. And it's weird because this picture, you see all the weird pixel stuff around it? All right, so there's that. Let's get out of that. Now, let's see if I can get back to this iPad Goat and see if it can work. We'll get through this. But the prediction is a possible prediction. It's not saying it's going to happen. I never want to ever say that some certain thing is going to happen, and then people think that, oh, this guy's a liar. This guy's saying all this stuff that's not true and blah blah blah. So I always say it's just possible. And with everything that's happened with the iPad Goat, oh, this is the one that's all messed up, so I can't get it from there. So let's go to another one. With all the weird stuff that's been happening with Notre Dame and then the iPad Goat, and how, I mean, I'm still not saying that is exactly what that represented, but it sure is funny, and it sure is coincidental. I mean, come on. So then the pyramid thing, I had to look into that. So if it's not the pyramids, in which I've thought about this too. Afterwards, I was like, in the video, the last video I did, but it didn't come out very, very good. I was like saying that I don't think it was the pyramids in Giza. I'm thinking it's the Louvre pyramid. The Louvre pyramid is a pyramid above ground, and then an inverted pyramid below with a tiny pyramid on the very bottom. And it's all inside this like mall inside the Louvre Museum. And sorry. And our skies are full of different kinds of, yes, I see faces and weird stuff all the time. I get that all the time too. Let me get through this. So I was thinking, when in this video, what is this? Well, that was the welcoming my new subs video. How did it get to that? Ugh, YouTube, stop it. But what I was thinking of, if a fireball was to hit the pyramids in Egypt, if it hit one of the pyramids, it wouldn't collapse all three of them. But if there was some attack or a missile or a fire at this Louvre pyramid, it would destroy all three because they're all connected. I mean, it could destroy all three. Oh, here we go again. Oh, by the way, the sun simulator was on American Idol. I got the middle dot, the black dot, except it wasn't black. It was more like pinkish purple, like Strawberry Skies Forever gets. Let's see if I can get this thing to work now without going on to a different. The sun is the sun simulator, and the reason we're getting burned and so quickly is because of all these UV rays that are coming from, I believe they're using some kind of LED lights or something, and it's just coming down and it's producing all the UV. I really think that. All right, where are we at here? All right, see, now a lot of people were saying too, is that the Notre Dame Cathedral, or is that the Chartres Cathedral? Let me go back. Come on. Now let me go forward. In this video, I believe I slowed it down too, so because it's hard to pause it to get it paused on the right spot. And now apparently it's hard to get it. So here's the picture of the Chartres Cathedral. Oh, hopefully I scroll up on this. Oh, it's paused. Come on. There we go. Now, some people were saying that was what was represented in iPad Go. And the middle thing, the middle circle on that, looks different, a little bit different on the iPad Goat. All right, see, it looks different, doesn't it? But then again, you can see it's a church because there's the cross on top, and the spire falls like the same way that the spire. And look at crown of thorns is on his head. There's fire in his eyes. Fire burning in his eyes. The crown of thorns disappears, and the cathedral collapses immediately. And then it's like his back is turned to it the whole time. And then it moves on to the last scene before this whole movie ends. Sherry, did I say hi? Hi, Sherry. All right, so we got the sun there, white sun. And we have fireballs coming off of it. And we have the pyramids collapsing. And Jesus, or this Antichrist, whatever, I think it's Antichrist. Of course, this is where it messed up. His feet are on fire, and part of his legs are on fire to the knee, it looks like, and he's riding in an Egyptian boat. And I also have a theory that it represents a church in Guatemala. Yeah, but see, the thing is, and welcome, Judy. What if the creator was using different things to hide what he was trying to say? And because if he just gave all the answers to what it meant and everything, this wouldn't even be a question right now. Everybody would just be believing what he says was everything in it. Does that make sense? Only his eyes blinking. But there's fireballs coming. It looks like it's coming from the sun. I don't know. Maybe they're CMEs. I don't know. Or, anything that could be fire. A missile, fireball, asteroid, meteor. I don't know. See, I thought it was like a fireball or meteor hitting the pyramids in Egypt. But maybe something happens to the Louvre. And see, now the reason that I'm worried about tomorrow is because, let's see if we can get done with this really fast. So there's something over there too, that pink thing on the left side. It looks like it has elephant tusks. I don't know what that would be either. But after that happens, it just ends. Fireballs or whatever's coming down. So, okay, now, whoops, didn't mean to X out of that. Let me go over here. Trey Sivak. Oh, come on now. Don't afraid weird things happening, knocks on doors and stuff. Yeah, please be safe, everybody. All right, so here we go now. Richie from Boston is where I saw this from. And this is the occult holidays that they observe. And if you go down to April, that's a big month for them. And April 19th is blood sacrifice to the beast. And apparently it's from April 19th to May 1st. So that's why I said in the maybe the pyramids represent the stars or constellations. Don't know. But I just thought of the Louvre, and we'll get to that in a second. But look, now the April 19th, that's tomorrow. And there's supposed to be blood sacrifice and a fire sacrifice is required. And now the fireballs, maybe there's going to be a fire at the Louvre Museum where the pyramid is. And it's really weird with all this stuff. I put it in the other video, and all you could do is hear it. You couldn't see anything about it. And, they have some dates in here of April 19th of stuff that's happened before. And the Waco, Texas, and the Oklahoma City bombing. can read that a little bit there. I got it in the other video. And they like that day. Schnitzel. The sun. The sun, as in that iPad goat? The real sun or the sun simulator? Oops. Not downloads. History, please. History, please. There. All right. Here's the Louvre. It was built in the 80s. I believe 84 they started building it. Okay, the inverted pyramid. So they got it above. Parts up here in the middle of the screen right now. That's the, well, it's not in the middle of the screen on my phone. Must be behind. Okay, but the middle one, the pyramid at night, that's the above ground part of the pyramid. And then they made in the 93, they made an inverted pyramid on the bottom of the top pyramid. And then at the bottom, there's a little pyramid. I have a better picture on another site. But the thing is when they built it in the 84, supposedly Mitterrand, the French president, is it president or prime minister? He ordered the thing to be built with 666 stained glass panes. Sacrificial scapegoat is Azel. Oh boy. I don't know why I was wearing the necklace she gave us. Alright, I don't know much about Egyptian stuff, except that maybe they could possibly be the fallen angels. Because, you know, you see the Egyptians and you see like they have like different body parts. They'll have like human body and then heads of a bird or something. Maybe that's because the fallen angels had sex with all the animals. All right, where was I at? Let's go to the other one. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird how everything. I mean, I'm not trying. I know a lot of people will like look into things like, oh yeah, this means this, and it's like kind of far fetched. But with the way things have been going, and you know, it wouldn't surprise me. And then they had 66 minutes. Another one of the numbers, you know, 66 minutes to save as much as they could out of the cathedral. And another one, 23 minutes. It seemed like a false alarm. 23 minutes. 23 is another Illuminati number. I don't know. It's just weird stuff. And ugh. Back to my history again. Michelle Obama was in Paris on a luxury yacht ship when the was burning. Here's the other one with the Louvre Pyramid, I think. That shows it better. I believe, yes. Oh, another thing too is, okay, so in 93 they built the inverted part of the pyramid, and then they also built the small one below it. And then just recently, 2 weeks ago, there was a artist that put up all this stickers on the ground and created a 3D image like it was coming, like the pyramid's coming out of the ground. Here's what it looks like. Here's the inverted pyramid inside, made of glass. And then below is that tiny pyramid. But it's weird because you had to go to see this artwork by April 1st, or you wouldn't get to see it because they got rid of it. Right. The thing. Yeah, I remember the number 23. Mr. I'm on 6. Welcome. Rising 2 sons. Okay, pyramids have been found all over the world. Only Egypt, right? Those good and bad. The birds' heads were just symbolic. Are you sure about that? Taught the keys, knowledge, wisdom from the bottom. See, I don't know. So I'm not going to say that I know everything about everything, but I believe that they could fake a meteor strike. Yeah, they could use HARP. Do direct energy weapons. So that's, yeah, I love that, and I really appreciate everybody commenting everything, because I obviously don't know everything, and every little bit of information we can get from everybody helps. But I just believe that the sun, or at least the sun simulator, is Satan's, and I call the halos Satan's rainbow because it's inverted rainbow. It's not God's rainbow. And another thing too is the Julian Assange animal symbolism. Egyptian symbolism was weird though. And look what the Egyptians did that we humans couldn't do. We couldn't have built those pyramids. Come on. Propaganda, it could be. It might just be distracting us, right? Distracting us from what's really going on. These, I can't say it, these events that are happening to distract us, especially with like CNN. They don't report stuff anyway. It's always politics. Not always, but most of the time. See the sheep face in the cathedral fire? No, I didn't. Was it in that picture? And that's what we're here. Can I create a meteor strike? No, but it could start a fire. I can't say that one word, or I should say 2 words. Start with an F. You know what I mean. All right, I got my computer nice and cool now, so maybe it's going to work more properly. Well, I don't want them to mess the stream up. The other one got demonetized, the last one, but then they monetized it. I didn't even ask for a review. I figured, I'm not going to bother with it because, some of the stuff in there might be controversial, and me saying the possibility of the Louvre Museum catching on fire tomorrow, that might be kind of controversial, yeah. But I just wanted to throw it out there just in case. Millimeter waves, okay? I'm not, whatever, however that happens. I mean, it looks like fireball that hits the pyramid, but how do we know that that's what starts the fire? I don't know. It would be kind of strange though if tomorrow an asteroid or a meteor hit the Louvre Museum. That would be really strange. But is that the symbolism in the iPad Goat. Is that what that is? I don't know if it's exact. It's weird. I don't know. It's just weird. Trey Sivak. Sorry. The fire looks staged. It's the whole thing was fishy. Why did it take so long for the firefighters to get there? And why did it take so long for them to start dousing it? It's just seemed really fishy. The whole thing just seems fishy. And then the iPad Goat matching it, and Nostradamus predicting it. It's like, what's going on? I think it just might mean something. It might mean something. And exactly what that meaning is, I'm not sure. All right, Tracy Vec was going to ask you about the sun. Because I believe, the Antichrist Satan is in charge of this fake sun now. All right, I shouldn't have to do that no more. Feels nice and cool. Firebomb at the place. See, it's weird because it all links to France. And I thought it was just Egypt, but then Richie from Boston had somebody saying that, mentioned the Louvre, and I was like, wow, now that's just weird. The pyramids in the Louvre, and I don't know, it's just weird. It's just the whole thing is weird. What is your name? My name is Stefan. They built a wooden structure to burn. I don't know. It's just weird. So I don't think there's anybody here from France, but if there is anybody that hears this message from France, please be careful tomorrow and the rest of the month. I'm not saying anything's going to happen, but just be alert and be careful because you never know. And then whenever I have like a prediction, a possible prediction, I will always say, if anything, don't have to believe that it's going to happen, but just be alert in case it does. Because that prophetic dream I had, that all came true just last month. Oops. To me, is proof that that we can receive messages, and I totally believe 100% that message from that dream was from God. Exactly what the exact meaning was, I'm not positive, but all right. Let me go back. I'm getting behind on the chat here a little bit. It's Stefan with a F instead of a PH. Welcome, Johnny's List. Wee. Held for review. I don't see a problem with this. They don't like your F word, but if I could, I'll just read it. iPad Goat is like the written revelation in the Bible. I don't know about that. I think it's probably just inspired from the devil. And it's just like Nostradamus. He's getting predictions and about future events happening, and it doesn't mean it's from God. It could be, the other way around. About the sooner, yeah, that crap is made by the workers of Saturn's Satan. F them, same people that spray the skies blocking the sun. Croissant. Chris Sandwich. Am I a flat earther? I'm still, I guess, on the fence. I don't know. I still don't know about flat earth, although I'm more towards that now. I am just a firm believer in the firmament. Certain messing with Earth's core. Making the magnetic field weak. I think the presence of Planet X is also messing with our magnetic field. That's okay. Most people spell it that way. The structure was built to resist disaster, just like the Twin Towers. Wasn't it eye-opening to see that a steel scaffolding resists fire that easy, but Twin Towers didn't? Exactly. Good point. Very good point, Silly McChilly. That is awesome. Yeah, because we can go into that too. The Twin Towers. I definitely do not believe. I believe that was all set up by our government. The Twin Towers don't just fall straight down like an implosion. Very good. That was awesome observation there. Charisma, welcome. Yeah, we don't want to drop nukes on anywhere, actually. Bible is inspired. I wouldn't say inspired by the devil. The devil is definitely present. See, that's how I kind of picture 3L Schnitzel, the Earth being a snow globe, like a snow globe, like the Truman Show. But remember, the flat Earth, round Earth, it doesn't matter for your salvation, at least. If God wants us to know, if Jesus wants us to know whether the Earth is flat or not, then I think we would get that. And I've prayed a lot about it, and I have never received anything, so I'm not concerned about it because it doesn't seem to be an issue, and it shouldn't be an issue for your salvation. Well, there's an Antichrist, but there's only one real, true Christ. Yeah, Satan is in there from the beginning to the end. That's true. Yeah, inspired. The inspired word was the word. Global lie. I think they've been lying to us about a lot of stuff. I don't believe we've ever been to the moon. They could drop a so-called meteor in. Yeah, that would be something, wouldn't it? And they say it was just an actual meteor, and it was them doing it. Firmament, yes. Schnitzel has a blocked or a reviewed message. I don't know if I want to say that. He wants to go down there to kick the devil's butt. That's about as nice as I could say that. The Antichrist is showing negative beliefs. No, there's a real Antichrist who's going to be taking over our minds, and I believe that's already happening with all this predictive programming on TV and stuff. Christ means anointed. Sun and moon are both lights. Hard Truth Hall just walks on what comes on in. And welcome also to Suvi. We're talking about possibility of something happening tomorrow or sometime this month, maybe another event in France with the Louvre Pyramid, or the Louvre Museum, but in particular the Louvre Pyramid with the iPet goat video, cathedral falling, and then the fireball hitting the pyramids. Just weird. Sue. Just Sue. Okay, fine. Welcome, Sue. And welcome to Mad and Mystic Midnight. Watch reviews. Wow. It's a long title there. Oh, and if there's anybody that I didn't say hi or welcome to, it's because I just didn't see it in there. I'm trying to keep up with the chat and do this at the same time. Anyone see two sun dogs in skies in the suburbs of Atlanta yesterday? Rip in the Matrix. We've been seeing a lot with that. Steve Olson, Jeff P. have been doing a lot on that. The rip and then the chemtrails with the shadow chemtrail and the chemtrail plane trying to catch up to like cover up a rip in the Matrix. Or maybe this is the ripping of the veil. Why specific the Louvre pyramids? Well, I'm not positive, but I was thinking about it, and as I was thinking about it, you know, if a fireball or a meteor hit one of the pyramids, it wouldn't destroy all three. But if a meteor or something hit the Louvre pyramid, it could destroy all three because they're all connected. That's why I just thought of that. I'm not saying it's, but that's what I thought of. Christ is Christo, the oil of the pineal gland. And I've heard that, Still Earth Journey, that somehow our pineal glands are being suppressed so we can't hear the voice of God. As Azazel's the devil who's trapped in the desert of sin and death, Captain Alabaster. Jethro is his high priest. Jethro led 12 judges to create the law of Moses. Mad and Mystic Midnight Watch Review says, check my channel. I don't know why they put that under review. The sun is... I need to put some moderators. I never thought of that. Let's see if I can do it. Sun is the light of life. Only one killed Satan, and that is Horus. What? Sorry. So Horus killed Satan? I do think that... Fake moon, yes. There's lots of weird stuff with the moon. Moon is eclipsed by the object close to us now. I don't know. The moon's been all over the place. What was it? Sunday? The moon was like upside down. It wasn't right. Black chemical trails, seen them a million times. I haven't seen them a million times. I've seen them quite a bit. Not that many times though. Why chemtrails? Why chemtrails? They're using chemtrails to hide everything. It's not just chemtrails. It's more artificial clouds and the sun simulator lensing system. Pineal gland eye of Horus. Yes, there is. I knew about. I was almost did a story about it. The asteroid that was supposed to skim by Earth today. But when I saw the news story, it said it was supposed to be this morning. So I figured by the time I put it out, it would already have passed by. But then somebody else put it out too. I'm like, wait a minute, when is it supposed to pass by? It was supposed to be half the distance to the moon. The black trails are asteroids or meteorites. Don't do religion. You don't have to have a religion. We just have to follow Jesus. We have to follow God and the Bible. There's a prophecy that has to strike 3 pyramids. See, in the iPet goat video, let me get back to that. I can go through the whole thing if you want, but it's just the end part that was about what's going on right now. There's a fireball that hits the biggest pyramid, and it hits the top of it and knocks off a chunk off the top, and then it crumbles to the ground. And then for some reason, the other 2 crumble in succession after that. Black trails are imminent. Welcome. Black trails are displaced reflections caused by invisible streams of light. You know, there's that new theory that WSO just put out, Steve Olson, that it's 2 separate sources of light that are how did you say that? Help me, people here. They're counteracting each other or something, and they're creating these crazy clouds and stuff. And the black chemtrails the shadow chemtrails might be from 2 opposing lights. because we have not just one son, now we got another one. So I'm way behind the chat now. I'm just going through trying to get. Yeah, that's where I saw Paul Bagley put out a video. This, but it was like I thought it was way after when it would have already passed, but I don't know. Eyewitness 5 new stars coming in, going on 7 years. 5E new stars. What? Wormwood. The Evil Eye. Hollywood Much within CBS. All the planets all the planets still on one side of the solar system right now? Oh, need to cool off the computer. I know they were for a while. Blue Kool-Aid. Yeah, I like Blue Kool-Aid too. Jeff P is a very good channel. Blue Kool-Aid, WSO. Nigel's view on things. Follow God and Amen. And I always say this too. Charisma. I always say, you can research everything as much as you want, but you need to go to Jesus. You need to go to the Holy Spirit for discernment. What is the real day of Passover? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm way behind in the chat, so I'm saying stuff that... Right, but we still need to go through Jesus. Right. See, I know that there's been many translations to the Bible and it's been changed, but we still have to agree with most of it. And as long as we are searching for the truth and we're praying and begging God and the Holy Spirit to give us the truth, He will. So that's where we need discernment from stuff that's been changed. All the governments of all the governments of the world are funding it, and all our taxpayer money is going for that. It's terrible. All right. We all say amen. What's that? But don't know amen Ra. Open your third eye. Yeah, but Ra is the sun god. We're not supposed to worship other false gods. Let's love each other. That's nice. Everybody, check everybody else's channels out, and we can all be a truther community together. Sorry, I'm catching up on this. Okay, I'm getting there, caught up. Jesus God in human form. We are not gods. We have the ability to do things. How do I say that? We are. It says in the Bible we can move mountains. Oh, need to get another ice cube. Oh, my ice cube stuck together. I brought up a bowl of ice cubes just to keep my computer cool for this live broadcast. All right. But hopefully, so far, everything is still running smooth. All right, let me get caught up again. Yeah, but see, the thing with the building the pyramids, see, we can't do that now. So that's why I think that's fallen angel technology. I really think that the pyramids were built using fallen angel information. Does that make any sense to anybody? Thank you, Charisma. God bless you. And remember, the whole thing is we just need to keep seeking the truth and praying for the Holy Spirit to give us that discernment. Yeah, I know. I've heard that too. Tracy Vach. Jesus says that we are gods, but I don't think he meant it that we are supposed to be gods, though. I think we just could do things in God's name. Yeah, that's weird. Another church in France burned. 49 attacks in churches last week. Yeah, there's been a lot of church fires, even in the United States, too. Whoa. Ugh, chat just went crazy. Cooling the air, dry eyes. Well, this is for my computer. For some reason, it's hot. Yeah, the pyramids were built, I think, for not just for people to look at. I think there's something else. And that thing with the energy inside of them. So you believe Jesus raised a dead man, Lazarus, and that is an alien tech? Well, it's God's work. He's still alien. Then you'd be saying that Jesus is an alien. Well, I believe if we're truly seeking God, we're calling out God and Jesus, no matter what the name is. Because I've heard lots of people saying if we call Jesus Jesus, we're actually calling on Satan. So we must use Yeshua. But God knows who we're talking to. God knows who we're calling out to. St. Patrick's Ghost. Oh, the orbs around the sun soon there. So you've been seeing those too? There's lots of things going. There's lots of orbs around there. I don't know if they're coming from those triangles because there's triangles out there, and I'm telling you, I believe those are the fallen angels' ships. See, now there's another thing with pyramids, triangles. I don't want to get too much off subject here, though. Let's go back to YouTube here. There's lots of triangles up there, and they're different sizes, and some are perfect. I mean, some are like, it kind of looks like a triangle, but then others are perfect. Whoa, Silly McJilly, thanks for coming, and it is getting late for you. Uh, Happy Easter to you, and God bless. Well, if you look at it that way, I guess God would be an alien too. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm always open to everybody. Everybody has opinions and thoughts and beliefs, and they're all welcome, even if I don't believe it. It's still welcome because I don't know for sure everything, but I believe if we are seeking the truth, that the Holy Spirit will give us the truth. Triangle sparkles. I don't know. The orbs, though, I see them moving around too. Sometimes they just like light up and disappear, and other times you see them like moving. And sometimes they just stay there. Easter is pagan, and we gotta see. That's the thing is, the devil has changed these uh, sub, holidays around, so they're turned into pagan instead of what we're supposed to be celebrating. Easter is supposed to be the celebration of Jesus rising from the dead, not eggs and Easter egg hunts and candy. But yes, I definitely agree with that, Amanda. Now my phone's getting hot. Really? Uh-oh. All right. I lost the chat. No. I lost the chat. No, what happened? It says 2 people are watching. I don't believe that. All right. Darn it. What happened to my chat? Oops. 19 watching. Okay, now it says 19. What happened to my chat? There. All right. Sorry. What's wrong with chocolate eggs? I don't know. Isn't like dyeing the eggs too have something bad? Isn't this Friday Good Friday? I forgot to look that up too. It's Friday. Tomorrow's Friday, and that would be Good Friday tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be very good. What is the real date of Passover? I don't know. Someone please tell us. 19. Okay, sorry. 12th Sunday of the year is Easter. I see 18. I see 20. Okay. Orbs are cloud machines. Gives out clouds to help the city. I believe that. Yeah, and I also think there's triangles hiding in the clouds too, and then other weird ships, cloaked ships. It's Ishtar Sunday, the Babylonian Queen. Okay, that's over as the 19th, which is tomorrow. Right, which isn't it also Good Friday? Eggs are a symbol of an empty cave. Thoth, the Atlantean from Atlantis. See now we're talking about other things that um, Atlantis. I don't know if that's true or not. Could be because Atlantis could have collapsed during a pole shift when Planet X passed by. I don't know. All right. So, is there anything else I needed to say? The important thing was out of this was that there's a possibility that something could happen tomorrow or this month. It might not. I don't know. But again, I just wanted to throw it out there because I thought it was weird. All the stuff that happened with IPEC Go and Notre Dame and Nostradamus and just lots of people putting out stuff that it's just a weird thing. It's just a weird coincidence. So maybe there is something to it. I don't know. European festivals. The egg hunt is reenactment for the hunt for Nimrod balls. Queen sent the whole kingdom out to find them. Never heard of that. Had a dream about this month, the electricity going out. See, I've been having a lot of things, dreams and premonitions of blackouts, electromagnetic forces coming through. What's the weirdest thing you've seen in the sky? Gosh, I can name a whole bunch of them. Almost every day is the strangest thing I've seen in the sky. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Trey Sivak. Well, the third eye, though. See, I don't want third eye thing is supposed to be like a new age thing and maybe of the devil. So, if I don't want to tap into the devil, a red triangle with sparkles swirling into it. Wow. Easter Bunny came into the 1800s to America when German migrants were going to their land, and while waiting for the men who went up to the hills to talk to the natives. Yeah, see, that's what I believe I am. You know, some people say, "Oh, what do you think? You're a prophet or something?" No, I don't think I'm a prophet. I think I'm just a watchman, and I'm here to tell people about things that are going on, the signs and the sun, moon, and stars, biblical prophecy, Israel, everything that has to relate with the end of times. Easter Bunny boil eggs for tomorrow's Passover. That's how the bunny came. Hmm. All right, let me think if there's anything else I wanted to say. Okay, so let's do a recap quick. The iPad Goat had the video where Jesus, the Antichrist, whoever that was on the Egyptian boat, the cathedral collapses, the crown of thorns disappears, and this fire in his eyes, representing a cathedral, maybe not Notre Dame, but a cathedral, a church, collapsing and on fire, and the spire falling, which is really strange. And they're already talking about replacing their having a contest for the design of the new spire. St. Patrick's Ghost, thank you. Good night and have a good night. God bless. Thank you. That's why I just threw the whole thing out because of these dates over here. It says, but tomorrow is like the big day. It's the blood sacrifice, and it has to be like a fire sacrifice. Blood sacrifice to the beast. Fire sacrifice is required. So maybe there's going to be some kind of fire somewhere. But I don't know. The Louvre Museum, the Louvre Pyramid. I don't know. It's just weird because the iPad Go goes to that scene. A fireball hits the pyramid, collapses them. It's just crazy. Right. Starting tomorrow, and it lasts through the end of the month. Or is May 1st considered one of them? Because that's May Day. You know, May Day is supposed to be another thing with the witches. Demon sacrifice on the 1st. I don't know. April's a weird month. Yeah, the maypole. Weird stuff, though. But I just thought it was weird because I was putting the video out, and then YouTube messed with the video, and it was demonetized for the beginning, and then it wouldn't play, couldn't hear nothing, and then the whole video is blurred out. Right. There is no specific day. It's always on the moon, the full moon, and then after the Easter is like after that full moon in the month, if I remember that right. Yeah, I think it's a full moon though. We just were overcast all day today. Supposed to have some clear days the next few days, so I can get some more sun simulator videos. and do another UV reading because the UV levels have been really super high, and then the stretch test and the pen test. And if you guys haven't done the pen test, do the pen test. It to me, it's like another total proof that it's not the real sun. How can you blot out the real sun with a tiny pen? And you can use your finger too, but your finger's a little bit thicker, so it's. But all you have to do is just get the pen, the object, whatever, a nail, whatever you're using, get that right into the middle of the sun simulator where the tiny white disc is, and it knocks out all the light, including the rose petals and the rays. Pink skies. Now, oh, there's supposed to be a pink moon coming. When was that? Darn it. Let me look that up really fast. Pink moon. Boy. Cherrier. Is it this weekend too? Wow. I couldn't remember. I was just looking at that today, and I can't remember what the day was. It's supposed to be what day? Miss it? 100% tomorrow. So it's tomorrow. Another weird. Gosh, that's so weird, isn't it? It's just weird how all this stuff is connected to tomorrow and the rest of this month. That's just weird. And then there's more. If it's going to allow me. Oh, I'm starting to get hot again. I need to get some ice. More ice, nurse. Down. Get down. Get down to the bottom. Show the other moons. Hold on, pink moon, blah blah. Her. It was early in the morning. Something's wrong too. It's like the moon is moving quickly through the sky. Almost, it's like it'll be like in a spot, and then all of a sudden it like moves. I keep getting weird videos too, where it looks like the moon is just moving, and the sun too. Sometimes it just looks like it's moving, and it's just the clouds. But the last video I did with where the sun was moving so quickly. Look at we got that full wolf moon, the full snow moon, worm moon, pink moon, full flower moon is next, and a full strawberry moon, full buck moon, sturgeon, harvest, hunters. Yeah, I've heard of sturgeon, harvest, and hunter. I think I've heard of the buck moon too. And full cold moon. And it's like they're always, it seems like there's all these super moons and super blood moons. I never heard of these before, and they're coming up with these names. Oh yeah, it's supposed to, but they've like it's supposed to have already happened before, but how come I never heard of them? And I asked people, and they said, "Oh, yeah, I never heard of that before." The moon and the sun have been rising in weird spots in the sky and setting in weird parts of the sky. The sun seems more normal, but the moon's been always right. We have to pay attention to the sun and the moon and the stars because that's what we're supposed to watch for. That's our signs that we know the end is soon. Oh, another thing that happened too, I can show you that. Yesterday, the Schumann resonance spiked again. Let me get rid of a tab. What happened? Didn't work. Go back again. A lot of spiking going on with the Schumann. And I always look for other stuff in the Schumann too, because I've seen letters and numbers and faces. It's weird stuff. There's the letter Z. Really? Or no, maybe it kind of looks like a Z, but it also looks like it's connected like a butterfly or something. Ooh, I do kind of see a face all the way to the right side. It does look like a Z. Oh, it also looks like the head of an alien or something. And the Z would be the very left side of the skull part. And directly down from the Z would be one of the eyes. I don't know. Sometimes I just see stuff in there too. I don't know. Weird stuff. So I guess just be alert for tomorrow and be alert for the rest of the month. Who knows what could happen? Maybe something will happen tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe something's going to happen in France again. I don't know. But it's just weird stuff. Is there anything else that anybody else wants to talk about? Yeah, the Schumann resonance has been all over the place too. We'll have like these long periods of like nothing going on, and then spikes. Is there anything else that I needed to say, or is there anything else that anybody else wants to add? I'm still waiting to see how much credit I'm going to get for that video, because that 80,000 views I got in like, well, it's 4 days now, but I got like 70,000 views in the first 2 days, and that's like $140. And then altogether now it'd be probably about 150, $160. And I don't know if they're going to give me credit for it. I've been getting a lot of new subs lately and a lot of views. I'm still not sure if I'm getting credit for it. Let me check out the comments real quick. Yeah, it was weird. As soon as I saw the news about Notre Dame on fire, I was like, I got to do a video. So I did a video, and it got like 4,000 views. It got like 2,000 views all right away, but then it died out quick. But then I I heard something, or I read something, or somebody said something that Nostradamus predicted that, and I was like, I gotta check into it. And I looked up on Google to see if there's anything on Nostradamus and Notre Dame, and I only found one story, and it was about this astrologer in the UK that connected it to Nostradamus predicting it. And so, let me go to it really quick. And I got on it really fast. There was the only story I saw about it, and it was she used it like astrology to match some of the stuff. And I just, I didn't say I believed in it, but I just said it was. She was on it right away. It was like she was like she knew ahead of time. So I figured, there might actually be something to it. I had a lot of people saying, "Oh, you're just looking into it. Oh, you can't believe, astrology, blah blah blah, whatever." Well, they finally updated this. All right, a little bit more. Yeah, it's funny too because if you put a search in for Nostradamus Notre Dame, my video came up first on Google. If you just searched it in Google, so it was like, wow. All right, so I got up to 85,000 views in 2 days. Scroll, 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 scroll. What happened? Did I pass it and just didn't see it? What happened? What happened? Oh, it's just farther down. I didn't get that. Oh, there it is. Okay. They took it down. What happened? Oh, here it is. There's 18. Oh, there we go. No dramas. Now it's down to 28,000. What happened? Maybe that's what I'm going to get credit for. It's 28,000. Nostradamus. Yes, I don't know. Yeah, see, searching through everybody's channels and stuff, you got to be careful. Don't just believe what people say. But what's going on with this? Why can't I scroll down more? Oh, this is just in the last 2 days. It's not showing unless I change it. Nah, because it's just the last 48 hours. It's gone down quite a bit now. Call into Marfugal. Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff. Didn't he just get 100,000? I think. Thank you, Shouting Pheasant. God bless. Exactly. You watch, and you'll form your own opinions and beliefs, but always take it to the Holy Spirit for discernment, if you can. What would I say if I called? Because he usually just has stuff about certain subjects that day. Can you just? I've watched some of his shows. It's been a while, but I don't know. What would I say? I would sound like I'm a crazy person. Sun Simulator, Planet X, iPetco. More ice, please. Oh, boom. Watch everything, believe nothing, and take it to the Holy Spirit. Right. You can say anything. Well, you can't say everything that you want. You can't talk about vaccines or chemtrails without getting uh, something. And you can't say certain words and stuff. There's certain things you can't do. They'll shut you down. But yeah, you can say anything you want, but you might not get your message out. All right, I got it cooled down again. All right. Anything else anybody wants to talk? If anybody's new, yeah, I definitely would show other people's channels too, as long as there's nothing bad. They can shut you down. One time I did a video on, what was it, the shooting at a school. Was it Parkland? Can't remember. It was one of the school shootings. I said something about it, and I used the F word. Not the bad F word, the FF. You know what I'm talking about? And I got copyrighted, and they shut me down for 3 months. I couldn't do any. I mean, they didn't shut me down completely, but I couldn't do any live streams at all for 3 months. And I think it was all because some woman thought I was filming through my glass and claiming that all these orbs and were there, and it was just dust and dirt. When I never filmed behind glass, there was a period of time for like a week, 10 days, something like that, when I was really sick and it was really cold outside. I didn't feel like going outside, so I did it through the glass, and I got all kinds of flack from that. That's why you'll always hear that window opening, or it'll already be open. I do not shoot behind glass. I do not want any controversy from that. Yeah, so much for, and it's over in Europe. It's even worse with that Amendment 13 crap. And they're going to start shutting more channels down and silencing these people because there's so much happening, and they don't want it out. I don't know, but maybe something's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know. Um, let's check the news real quick, at least the YouTube news. See if there's anything else. I hope I remembered everything. It's just weird stuff, and I'm not saying that iPetGoat is predicting everything, but it's predicted stuff before, just like The Simpsons. And that's why I do the hidden messages on TV shows and stuff. And now they're putting chemtrails in old TV shows. I found an episode of The Twilight Zone from 1960, and there's chemtrails in the background. Really? Come on. Why can't I get this to go now? I can't get nothing to happen now. I'm trying to hit this button to get to the subscriptions, and it's not doing nothing. Oh, I can't. I'm getting too hot. Really? You suck, YouTube. It's hot, but not terribly hot. Why am I not seeing anything on my screen either? It's like that old screen from before. Am I not live or going? Oh, man. I'm way behind. Figures. There. Now I'm back to where it was before. Current live stream. See, I didn't want to put anything on there, too. I was going to put on there, the iPetGoat is iPetGoat predicting a fire at the Louvre pyramids. And I was going to put tomorrow, but I was going to say in there because it could be tomorrow since, I don't know, it's just so weird. So weird. It's slowly getting there. God, how does it get hot so fast? There's something wrong with my computer, or they're forcing it to overheat. It's weird because I remember it used to happen in Colorado when I was there, and what happened in December, January, I'm like, it's freezing outside, but my computer's overheating. And then there'd be periods of time, months on end, where it would work perfectly fine, never overheat. And all of a sudden, it's doing it again. And it seems to only do it on YouTube. All right, what do we got? Sunspot activity. Our skies today. He's from Michigan. He gets a lot of good footage. Looked up and saw Mr. MBB's got a lot of good information. I think he doesn't ever form any opinion about anything. He says, well, it could be this, it could be that. When, sometimes we should be saying this is what it is. But he's a big channel. I know can't say certain things and keep your subscribers. Malwarebytes helps for junk in PC. I don't think it's not a space problem. It's overheating for some reason. I was wondering if there's some way that they had like a USB that you could stick into it that blows air into it to cool it down. I don't know. Somebody said there was something like that, but I haven't found it. And I don't know if a little fan if I clipped it on the side would work or not. What happened? I didn't click on anything. Oh, did you guys see what Dabu 77 had the halo? It looked like a eye. Christ is King from the Red Square. Going back. Red Square. I'm not going to say nothing about him. YouTube channel is so hot. I don't know. It's weird. I went through a lot of. It was weird. I had the Stephen Hawking videos. I wound up getting like 4 million views in 2 months, and I've only got like 800,000 views the rest of the time. All right, where are we at? Pig brains partially revived 4 hours after death. I don't know, you guys seen? Why is it doing stuff? Irvin Baxter. I'm not clicking on it, I'm just scrolling. Yeah, it's really gone down. I was averaging, what was it? I had it up to 85,000 views in 2 days. I think it was, I can't even remember now. It was 40 something thousand views in every day. And what was every hour? I think it was averaging like 4,000 views an hour. It's like insane. Yeah, it's weird because in Fix, and last year, it was last May 31st of last year, I hit 20,000 subscribers. And then it just died. And then all of a sudden I started losing subscribers. It was really weird. It's going to mess up again. Come on. See, it's not going to let me do it. It's like, why does it do that? It's like it gets too hot. Sometimes not even when it's hot. And then I'll try to scroll, and instead it like zooms in on it. And then it locks me out of doing anything. I don't think the heat's doing it, but I don't know. Can't say that for sure. But it's stupid that I have to sit here with an ice cube. Little Wing, what's up? Yeah, you're getting the moon earlier than we are. And I can't see the moon tonight because it's cloudy. For sure. There, it's nice and cool now. Ugh. YouTube, you suck. And at the crow, the moon. I give up. Really? Well, not working. It's not hot no more. Come on. Very bright. Yeah, the Stephen Hawking is what got everything going, which is weird. I've got like 15,000 subscribers in 1 month. It was nuts. And then it just went all downhill. And then I started losing all these people. And then when YouTube did their purge, I lost another like 600 subscribers through the purge. Passover sacrifice service for the third temple. Is that now? That was 3 days ago. Yesterday, meteor over Washington, D.C. Let's see if I can scroll. Simpsons. See this? There's the Impossible Channel did a thing about the Simpsons burning of Notre Dame, but it was the Notre Dame of Springfield, and it wasn't actually on fire. There was just people protesting, and then they thought, oh, maybe it's talking about the protesters. There's Nigel's view. That's old stuff, though. All right, let's try to go somewhere here. Yep. Yep. I totally believe that, Hendrix. Yeah, it was like got to 19,000 and then it kind of died. I got to 20 and then it just dropped. Yeah. But he was like saying, I don't want to sound like I'm stretching it, but it did seem like a stretch, though. Yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. Because I've lost so many subscribers, it doesn't even seem really possible. And I was losing like, I don't know, sometimes 20, 30 people a day. I'm like, what's going on? Come on. Now it's starting to go slow. Wait for it to do it. There we go. Well, this is still wrong, though. This says 62,000 views. Okay, now there, I finally got my total there, $19. They screwed me out of over $100 easily. That's 62,000 views. That's what I had for the entire month last month, and I got $119. I think I had 60,000 views that they wound up with, or it's either 58 or 60. And I wound up with $119. Now I only get $19 from it. See, they took my money. They took my money. Anyway, subscribers is what I wanted to show you. Thank you, Little Wing. Yeah, he went about he went through all the Simpsons older episodes that predicted things, and that was interesting though. So that was kind of interesting, but he didn't really talk about the Notre Dame thing until towards the end of his video. All right, so now let's see what I want to do here. Go to Lifetime, blammo. Watch this. Okay, so this is Lifetime, which would be a year and a half, a little more than a year and a half. Almost 7,500 subscribers lost. That could be a lot higher. I don't know. It's just weird. How do you lose that many people? Unless, I thought maybe some people might have said, oh, this guy's religious. Boom, I'm gone. But that many? I don't know. It's the Simpsons is one of those top cartoons that everybody watches in prime time. That's controlled by the Illuminati. And they know all that stuff. There's TV shows, I'm telling you. If you look at ABC, their logo now, they got this circle, and then there's another circle spinning inside of another circle. I think that represents the halo, or maybe a portal. And then, is it Fox that does the Mental Samurai? That's a sphere. I'm telling you, we're going to start seeing that now. We're going to see spheres in the sky. It started out with hexagons at the end of 2017. Then there was triangles and diamonds. Oh no. I'm getting no web pages isn't responding. Google isn't responding. Yes, fix for sure. And like I said, in the Twilight Zone, they put chemtrails in the background. Yeah, they're making the sun look white and looking like it does now. There's an old video. I don't know if it's still the same. Gosh, page unresponsive. I have to cool this down again. But there's an old music video from Juice Newton, The Sweetest Thing. And if you look at that, they're like riding in this carriage or something with horse-drawn carriage, and they're just going down the road, but they're showing the sun all the time, and it looks like the real orange sun. And now I'm waiting for them to change that one too. I don't know. We have to go back and look at things from the past to be able to see our old sun, and now they're changing everything. The circle represents a circle in the sky. Right. Yeah. If it's the fallen angels, if the Illuminati are fallen angels, they have all that information ahead of time, and they can throw it's like they have to throw the messages, the hidden messages in these shows and stuff. But then, most people don't even see it. Or they just assume it's normal, or what, just whatever, a design, the CBS, the all-seeing eye. Solar dust, ecliptic, magnetosphere. Aurora Boreas? Still trying to get this thing to go back. Yeah, I was taking pictures every so often because I was just trying to see what it would go up to, and it went up to 85, well, just short of 85,000 for 2 days. I was like, wow. All right, what do we got going on now? C Fernald's another good channel showing you all the Sun Simulator stuff, Planet X. Anything else happened today in the news that we might not have heard about? I don't see the sunrises and sunsets too much because there's too many trees and buildings in the way. I'd have to go out in the country a little bit to see it. But from what I see, it looks more orange at least at sunset. But that's like the only time. It's white the rest of the day. RT News is good for news sometimes too. Maybe I can finally scroll it down now. Made a watch for the south. And it's supposed to be a lot more bad weather again. Mystery illness tied to 5G. Oh, gosh. James Munder. The lunar pole and the sun disappeared when see? Fixed. That's a good one. And the Final Days put out a video a while back. Less than a month ago, I think. And It showed the sun going behind a light post, completely getting blocked out. And that's where the pen test comes from. All you have to do is hit that center part of the sun simulator, and it knocks out all the light. Well, maybe not all the light, but most of the light. The real sun cannot do that exactly. And that's what I'm trying to. If people see, I've shown people that, and some people are like, what does that prove? That don't prove nothing. I'm like, really? The real sun can't do that. You can't blot out the sun. And I even showing the pen on each side of that light, and it doesn't do nothing. You have to hit that center part. And then I'll even do it from the sideways, and showing that. And it knocks it out. You can't do that with the real sun. And I don't know why people... I don't know what happened there. I don't know why people don't see that. First off, we got a white sun. It's supposed to be orange. It's supposed to be yellow. And it's supposed to be round. And it's supposed to always be the same size. Thing is always off. The sun we see is a magnified reflection. The sun we see, the sun simulator, yes, okay. From a small one in the background, okay, yeah. I think all the light comes from that little tiny center part and shines out, and all that glare around it. Oh, crap, I didn't realize my battery was low on the phone. Let me see how much, okay, I'm good over here. I should be able to switch it over to here. Because I got a lot of battery on my computer. No. So whenever this happens, like they're messing with it or something. 82%. It's pretty good over there. Tiny white disc. Show people that too. Oh, it's just the sun behind the clouds. That's all. I'm like, the little dot you see in the lens flare is the real size. In the lens flare or in the middle, how we see that dot. Sometimes it comes out as a black dot. Sometimes it comes out as like pink or purple or white dot inside the sun. Green dot. Oh, you mean the lens flare itself? Okay. Yeah, and then we're seeing multiple lens flares too. There's only supposed to be one lens flare per light source. There's another thing that proves it's not the real sun. And then clouds can't go behind the sun or the moon for that matter. There's multiple light sources everywhere, and it's, I don't know, it's just too weird. And the other day I was like, the sun simulator is, and all the light sources are around in the southwest, and then I looked way over in the southeast, there's light sources. What is happening? Right now it's just cloudy. And all the triangles. Uh-oh. Mystery illness. How would they know if it's tied to 5G? Because doctors would never admit it, and the powers that be would never admit it. They would blame it on something else. New earthquakes. Tornado confirmed on the ground in Jackson, Mississippi, I'm guessing. These are older news, though, now. 6 hours ago. See, there's the Paul Begley one. Dangerous asteroid to skim by. There's the Richie from Boston one. No, I don't bear this. Oh, and there was a man trying to burn down St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York yesterday. What was that today? Amanda, thank you. Jeff P. Thank you, Amanda. Every little bit helps me. I'm in the process of getting a job too, so I might be doing this a lot less unless if God's will is for me to get some viral videos and make some money on here. But $100 a month isn't going to cut it, so I have to get a job. All right, let's see. Jeff P. Is it going to let me? He's been doing about the Matrix breaking down and the rips, the shadow chemtrails and stuff. And we were talking about that a little bit. Project Bluebeam, Matrix Explained, 21 hours ago. So this was almost a day ago. I really like Jeff P. a lot. He's a good guy. And it's close. Right. And Vix, the Final Days, she shows that a lot too. So, a lot of people are saying, oh, these outlines, it looks like a planet, but maybe it's just a lens. We're seeing a lens. But either way, that's not normal. And if it is a lens, it's just hiding what's, the planet. Or maybe that's what's coming through now that it's getting closer. I don't want to cut in on Jeff P's stuff, but maybe play a little bit of it. See what we're looking at here. Sun Simulator, Project Bluebeam, WSO, Planet X News, Big Project, Dabu. Come on, Jeff, mention me. For some reason, he doesn't mention me. I mention him all the time. What happened? All right. What are we? It's not going to even load. We got 25. So we got a great vidIQ score here. Oops. Finally got a play and then it paused. I guess we could listen to a little bit just to hear what he's saying for a second.
Talking about clouds?
Wow, that's a face.
Or are we talking about a single
I saw a face.
uncurved line in the sky? So what are we talking about? Let's not mix this up, because let's stay focused here. Because there's someone who, there's people out there. I don't know. Are they debunking us or not? I just want to say thanks, because it did put my mind in a phase. So before we go any further, let's talk about some light experiments that were done. And the two-source light pattern.
There we go.
Folks, is that what we see in our skies?
WSO put that out, and
is that the black lines that we see?
It could be.
Not seeing a single black line. Is that line curved? Because all these lines are. This, when we see this experiment, what experiment? Well, in the picture here, the experiment was a guy in the split beam experiment. Now, in this original split experiment, I want you to notice that these two balls that are bouncing on the water in perfect synchronization.
Yep.
One is not out of sync. That's what we call coherent light. Coherent waves of the exact same frequency. That is not to be confused with incoherent light. So, with incoherent light, let's just see in this original slit experiment. So he takes a box, puts some slits in it, and they see some dots that split apart, right? The dark lines represent, and I agree with them, where the deconstructed waves are that cancel out the light, and where it's the brightest, it builds the wave, makes it more intense. But that's not quite what we see in this experiment. There's like a little deception here almost, because then he takes two coherent waves that would basically represent laser light.
Yeah, I want to see the one with the laser
Coherent
lights.
light. In perfect rhythm.
I'm going to jump forward a little. I don't want to...
But where is the curve of light in this? Does that make
I'm
any
not...
sense? What are examples
I don't think I'm
of
too concerned
incoherent
about
light
him getting mad. I'm using his stuff.
and coherent
But I
light?
don't want to take away from him. So you guys can go over and check Jeff P out. It's not playing very well anyway. Somehow it switched to top chat, even though I had live chat. Two-point interference pattern. Steve Olson put one out too, and it showed like these laser lights doing that. Two light sources like interfering with each other. Trying to see if he has the little bit from Steve on here. There it is. There it is. All right, let's see. Play.
So let me show you some more footage. I think it's pretty cool. And again, is this what we're seeing in our skies? Two light sources, perfect grid. You see a nice gradual grid pattern. Do we see that in our skies? Have we seen that? We've seen. What if
I would
there
assume
were
that it's the
sources,
chemtrails.
though? See, it seems
Well, maybe
to
the
fall in line
chemtrails.
because this
Sorry.
many experiments have done with lasers. Like we get the same.
Can you pause it? Maybe the chemtrails are set up for the lights to reflect off of them to cause the grid pattern. Play. See, it's so awful. I can't get it to play. I can't get it to pause. No, it won't play.
Same pattern when we create holograms. We split the same coherent, not incoherent laser beam. So this out. This is Phil from Montana. Thank you, Phil. And it's all a learning curve, and I'm not going to follow this off with a period as if it's end of discussion. But we could see
shadows.
The chemtrails hiding this shadow as if they knew where this was. I don't know. That's look at this one, by the way. See how this is straight, but the chemtrail's been blown sideways, so that is not a shadow of the chemtrail. Look at this crosshatch pattern. It kind of would explain the laser theory more than the incoherent light theory. So that's one picture. And we see there's another one from Phil Hartman.
Wow.
3 perfectly straight lines. They're not curved. Now, I think that would be a mechanical laser system that could probably do something like this, where the lasers are creating overlapping, and where the overlap, it creates this effect.
Mm.
So thank you for the open discussion on this. I'm not really debunking anybody. I'm just pointing out the facts without leaving it out any truth to mislead you. And I don't know. I'm just kind of bothered when people, I'm not out to debunk you, and then they go ahead and debunk you. I love when people say, "Hey, no offense," and then they go ahead and insult you. But it's like, no offense, dude. I don't want to offend you, but you're a jerk. Having people like that. Look again, Stephanie. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Does that look like an interference pattern? No. I mean, use your own thinking. That just seems like an epic light fail to me.
Yeah.
By the fact, it wasn't me that was even said that it was leaked out that it was lasers that was hiding the system in the first place. And then we finally make a further discussion on it. You're out to debunk the very thing that person started in the first place. Actually, it came from Gil Bouchard that said they were hiding this thing with lasers. So now I got my brain thinking it did have the ring of truth to it. And so that's why I'm entertaining the laser theory with Project Blue Beam after all.
Right.
And we get closer to the truth, the more the trolls are out to attack you. Not calling all the debunkers trolls. Hey, check this one out from Keller. Whoa. What do you think of that?
That's not
That
right.
is an untouched photo, man. To me, that just shows.
I get like that kind of when I go through eclipse glasses.
Really kind of proves that there's definitely something
in front of that sun. I mean, eclipse glasses because the whole thing would be you'd only see that middle part, the sun part.
That's some pretty crazy stuff there. Yeah, here is another experiment. Notice this.
But yeah, it's interesting stuff that he's been putting out. Let me go to his channel. So, thank you, Jeff P. I love you. And just using a little bit of your stuff because it's amazing stuff and people need to see it. Trying to go back to the channel here. He has a lot of great stuff. Strange X pattern. I'm still trying to get that. Oh, well, I can maybe try that tomorrow. Try to do the through the mirror and see if I can get something again. I did it once and I got what looked like the sun simulator with a blue trim around it, like it looks like. Matrix fail. Project Blue Beam, strange black streaks. Just crazy stuff. I'm telling you, crazy stuff. I need to put like that donate thing over there. I don't know. I never wanted to ask people for money. I've only done it a few times where I've asked or even put in a link. I don't think people should have to pay to see your stuff, and I'm not trying to make money on this, but it helps. Because I would like to get a new computer, and maybe get a better camera, something. Because I don't know, maybe my computer might be going out. I'd like to get a lot of different stuff to help with the channel. But anyway, this whole thing was for in case you're joining late. It was all about the iPet goats, the Notre Dame cathedral burning and collapsing, the pyramids being destroyed. Which pyramids? Maybe the pyramids at the Louvre Museum. So I don't know. Something I think is going to happen tomorrow, whether it's there in France or somewhere else. Something's going to happen. Is it going to contain a fire? Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. But again, they're just mocking us with all these hidden messages and things, and we can't figure them out until it's already happened. So that's why a lot of times I don't think when people are predicting this stuff, even if they got it right, for one, no one's probably going to believe it. And what are they going to do anyway? Pies and Cakes. I haven't watched one of his videos in a while. He's up in Maine. He gets a lot of amazing stuff. Amazing. Let's go to the beginning. See if there's anything new. Doesn't look like it. Alrighty. I'm going to get going here. But I just wanted to put that out there in case, because the other video got all chopped up. The first 9, if people watch it, they're going to be like, what's going on? They can't hear nothing. It's all messed up. It's all choppy. That's why I put in there, skip to 9:30. But then, even then, you can't see anything. It's all blurry. So they screwed up the whole video. So you can't hear and see everything. But I wanted to get this one out in case something happens tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to happen. Who knows? But just in case. So just be alert, everybody. And it doesn't matter if you live in France or somewhere else. Just be alert tomorrow. Be alert the rest of the month. Just be careful out there. And you never know. I'm not saying anything's going to happen, but just in case. Just in case. Just like I was on the Friday, March 22nd. Just want people to be careful. Just in case there was a blackout. Just in case, something happened. But we don't know. Anything else anybody wants to say? Thank you guys for coming out tonight. Thank you for joining in the conversation and throwing out your thoughts and opinions and beliefs. We're all here together for the same thing. We're trying to find the truth. We're trying to see that there's signs that we're in the last days, and we need to see that time is short and we need to be spiritually prepared. I hope that's what you guys get out of this channel, because that's what it's there for. It's there to show you signs, prophecies that's happening, weather events, Israel stuff. It's just everything that's happening that's in the Bible that we're looking for signs that we're in the last days. Thank you, Imminent. And I just want to say I appreciate each and every one of you. I love each and every one of you. And, we don't all agree on every little thing, but we still agree that we're in search of the same thing. And we're trying to come to the same truths. Thank you, Hendrix. Thanks for coming. Cheers to you. God bless everyone. Everybody have a great rest of the night and have a great weekend. And just be careful. Just keep aware of your surroundings and keep updated with the news and everything, just in case something does happen. You never know. Just always be prepared. Thank you guys for watching. God bless. Love you guys.